Hi guys, and welcome to Finish It Friday, episode 16. So where we left off on Wednesday was we had our card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have our layer, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And we have two strips, I'm sorry, I think three strips. Three strips that are 3 7/8 by 1.5. And then you have some sort of neutral for your sentiments. Okay, so this is very simplistic card, but you can do many different things. So we're going to put our base on here. Now, if you wanted to have this embossed beforehand, you can. So let's go ahead. And just to give it some texture, I am going to go ahead and emboss this on the gingham. So now this is a regular folder. It's not a 3D. So I'm going to line it up here. I'm going to get my base. Oh my gosh, they're so stuck over here. I'm going to get my platform one. And it shows for embossing folder that you're going to use 2 of your 3s. So let me grab 1 3 and 2 3. All right. Let me grab Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let's go ahead and put that through. All right, so there's my 1, my base plate 3, the folder, the cardstock, and the other folder. We'll run that one through. All right, so there we have our little gingham textured layer. All right, let me put this away for now. Let's see if I can put that back over here. And put this back over here on the side of my counter. Okay, so this is going to get layered on here. Now this is where I use either the green glue or the tear and tape, because you've broken those fibers down. And I don't know if you remember a few videos ago, I tried using the Stampin' Seal and it kind of ripped a little, and it's going to, because that's what happens when you emboss it, when you do a dry embossing, because you're breaking down those fibers. All right, put some here and put one there. All right, hopefully, because I'm doing this right around 7 o'clock Central Time, hopefully, I don't think my daughter is supposed to work today because she goes out and does photography, and with Storm Elliott, that could cause frostbite. So I don't think she's going out. She might come in any second and ask me a question. Or my husband might come in because it's too cold to walk the dog. Yeah, that Winter Storm Elliott. Tell you, we didn't get the blizzard-like conditions. I mean, we had blowing all night. And I had to take down some of my inflatables because the wind was just way wild. And it did, like, you know, move snow around on our yard. But, oh my Lord. Yeah, it's cold out there today. Be careful if you're in the Midwest. Frostbite within 5 to 10 minutes, they're saying. Be careful. All right, so I've adhered that on. Now on this, I think what I'm going to do, because what you could do is you could put 2 of these down and leave that blank in the middle and put that right there. You could put 3 down, but it's a very tight fit. In fact, I don't think on this it fits. I think you have to, oh, it does. 1.5, yes. So you can go like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on these 2, and I'm going to emboss on that one. And I'm going to use a Joyful Flurry. Now, I'm really sad that this didn't get carried over. In fact, None of mine, I think, that I bought from the mini are carrying over. I have to look at that list again. But anyway, so I am just going to do some snowflakes here, and I'm going to do them in the Versamark because I do love my Versamark. Let me go ahead and grab my Versamark out of my little plastic drawer. Get Let me go ahead because I want to put both of these on at the same time. Now these are cling, so they don't need that the piercing mat. And I'm going to put the two of them together just because I'm stamping at one time. Why not? Because if you're going to stamp off, you know, you're going to just be wasting some of that wonderful fluid. So just go ahead, stamp it at the same time. And I'm going to bring this down like this. Gonna do it this way and go like that. Oh, I needed it just a little bit over there because there was a little bit of a blank space there. Okay, so much for the Versamark. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and emboss this middle one. Now on this one, I'm going to bring out the little baby. And guess what? My boho blue one is coming today. If UPS still delivers today. I don't know. This snowstorm is being a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go more. I want to get more along those little lines there. So now with the baby, if you're using a 3D embossing folder, let me bring that up so you can see it. It tells you to use your plate 1 and your plate 4. So here we go. Now, I always have trouble embossing with the baby. We'll see if it works. Because sometimes if you don't have it lined up just right, it doesn't want to go through. See how that is? So let me put my folder down a little bit. Sometimes if you have them all lined up, it doesn't want to go through too good. All right. So let's look at that. It looks good. So then I got that snowflake and those lines. How close can I get it before it doesn't blur out? There you go. See how I have those little wispy lines? All right. Put that. And that folder was wintry. There's 2 in that pack. All right, so let me go ahead and put the baby over here. And now we're ready. Oh, and then we're going to stamp on that. I'm wondering if this fits. It does. So look, I'll have one less New Year's card to send out. Because what I'm doing is I'm sending out New Year's cards with the calendar. So when I'm off on, well, I work today, the 23rd. I know, but I get paid holiday pay, so, and I work from home, so not that big of a deal. But I'm off Monday and Tuesday. So I plan on getting all my New Year's cards and those calendars out in the mail to family and maybe to a few customers. Depends on how many I have left. All right. So you know what? That's a little bland. So let me go ahead. I know, I should have cleaned that off, but I'm not going to. Let me stamp it off once and kind of, just so there's a little bit of that snow look. There, okay. Just very light with that soft succulent stamp off once or twice. Okay, so now let's put this baby together. So what I like doing, now this I haven't embossed, so that I can actually use my Stampin' Seal. And what I do first is I do the bottom, then I do the top. Now this may mean I have a lot left in the middle, but that doesn't bother me too much because you can see how this is. It's going to have a lot, but then I can off-center it. Or even if it is a little bigger with that sediment there, it's not that big of a deal. Here I'm going to use the tear and tape again, just because I ran that through the embossing folder, remember? All right, pull that off. Got one edge burnished, so it's easy to pull off. Let me center that up. And then I'm going to use the baby dimensionals on this because I don't want to pop it up too much. Going to put one in the middle so we don't have any saggy middles. I don't know, do you guys, or would it be soggy middles? I watch a lot of British, whatever that's called, the Great British Bake Off. I don't know. I don't think it's called the maybe it's the Great British Bake Show. I don't know. There's some sort of legalities around the name, and they had to change when they changed channels. So anyway, so I'm going to put that there. And if I want to, I could put a few embellishments. But there's your card. Let me go ahead and put this back on. All right. So I've done this kind of card a lot, but Karen Titus had a video on the other day where she was showing some cards she had gotten from her team, and someone had the strip card where it was using a DSP. And I thought, that'd be a great one to do. So my planner, I had planned out like Watch It Wednesdays and Finish It Fridays through the end of January. It's off now. My timeline is. So here's the one we just made. Let me go ahead and show you the other ones we made. So using that same color scheme, I used designer paper. Now this, I didn't use that extra layer. So this is actually 4 by 1 3/4. Okay, 4 by 1 3/4. It gives you very thin grout lines, or whatever you want to call them. And then here's using that Splendid Day designer paper. This one I actually stamped on the layer, and then I cut the 2 strips in half. So that has that. And then this, again, I just did the 2 strips and left the background to show through these. So here we have the small layer background showing through. Here we have the big layer background showing through. So there you are, guys. Have a great Friday. Be safe out there if you're in the Midwest and you're in the extreme cold temperatures today. Don't be outside too long. Don't leave your fur babies outside too long. It's horrible for them. Poor Finn. He hates to go outside, even go to the bathroom today. But have a great day, and I hope to see you at least one day this weekend. Depending on the holiday, I'm not sure if I'll get on twice this weekend or not, or pre-record, but hopefully I'll get on this weekend. But thanks for joining me on Finish It Friday. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Tell your friends about my channel so they can subscribe too. And have a safe day.